A class becomes an Angular component when we give it component metadata. Angular needs that metadata to understand how to instantiate the component, construct the view, and interact with the component. We define a component's metadata with the Angular component function. In TypeScript, we attach that function to the class as a decorator. A decorator is a function that adds metadata to a class, its members, or its method arguments. A decorator is a JavaScript language feature that is implemented in TypeScript and proposed for ES 2016. The scope of the decorator is limited to the feature that it decorates. A decorator is always prefixed with an @ sign. Angular has several built-in decorators we use to provide additional information to Angular. We can also build our own decorators, but that is out of the scope of this course. We apply a decorator by positioning it immediately in front of the feature we are decorating. When decorating a class, as in this example, we define the decorator immediately above the class signature. Notice that there is no semicolon here. This syntax is similar to attributes used in other programming languages. We use the @component decorator to identify the class as a component. Since the decorator is a function, we always add parentheses. We pass an object to the component function as indicated with the curly braces. The object we pass in has many properties. We are only using 2 of them here. If we plan to reference the component in any HTML, we specify a selector. The selector defines the component's directive name. A directive is simply a custom HTML tag. Whenever this directive is used in the HTML, Angular renders this component's template. We'll see how this works in the upcoming demo. A component should always have a template. Here we define the layout for the user interface fragment, or view, managed by this component. The double curly braces indicate data binding. We bind the h1 element value to the page title property of the class. So when this HTML is rendered, the h1 element displays Acme Product Management. We'll see that in the upcoming demo as well, and we'll cover more about binding in a later module. There is one more key task before our component is complete: importing.